They were among the most horrible events in world history. Tonight, a Holocaust survivor returns and remembers so that others will never forget. Henry Ortel of Little Canada lived through the horrors of Auschwitz for nearly a year.
Only good luck and the fact the Nazis valued his skill as a furniture maker kept Henry alive. Just last month, Henry returned to Auschwitz, a free man, to confront the memories that have haunted him and the world for half a century. What you're about to see is a testament to one man's bravery and his hope the mistakes of the past will never be repeated. Here's KARE 11's Brad Woodard.
For centuries, the bells have beckoned them from Poland's countryside. Each Sunday on the outskirts of Krakow, as one religious service ends, elsewhere another is getting underway. Through times of upheaval and relative calm, Catholicism has remained a constant here. But in a country where one faith has flourished, another was almost destroyed.
There's an irony in the deeply religious nature of this country. Jesus Christ was a Jew. And if he would have returned during the Nazi time, he also would have been grabbed and sent possibly to Auschwitz and landed in the gas chambers.
If 76-year-old Henry Ortel seems pensive as Poland's countryside flashes past his window, it's because he's made this trip before. Only it was supposed to be a one-way trip from which he and millions of others would never return. It was October of 1944, and Ortel, seen here in a photo from his youth in Berlin, was herded into a cattle car for transport to Auschwitz.
You were looking around and you saw all kinds of people, men, women, old folks, children of all ages, infants. They shoved and beat these people into that opening until it seemed that there was nobody else to be shoved in anymore. And then they slammed the door shut.
The door would remain shut for the entire trip, 2.5 days with no food or water. When the train finally stopped, a full third of its passengers were already dead, and those still living were ordered onto the platform of Auschwitz No. 2, also known as Birkenau.
The train rolling in, I remember that only 2 hours we were on that thing.
Half a century later, Henry approaches the platform with great trepidation.
On the ramp, he smelled the stench of burning flesh that came from the smoke of the chimneys.
The sights and sounds still fresh in his mind.
SS men hollowing out the orders. Get out of the train, fast, 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 schnell, schnell, schnell.
And so began the selection process. On this platform where we're standing, the fates of millions of people were literally determined with the wave of a hand.
You had to build a single file, and we marched towards NSS men. In most cases it was of Mengele, not in mine. Your fate was completely in the hands of this guy, of this one man, a member of the super race, a member of the master race. And without ever saying a word, his thumbs just went this way or that way.
Those who looked strong enough for labor were sent to one side, everyone else, mostly elderly people, women, and children, to the other.
Small children were fully aware of the doom that was hanging over everybody. They clung onto legs of whatever adult-like person was there as the order came that they had to be separated. It's a satanic scene. It's a satanic scene. Then finally trucks arrived, loaded the kids up, and the trucks went in the direction of the big smokestacks that were standing over there.
None of those who headed in the direction of the smokestacks ever returned. In fact, upon their arrival, 7 out of 10 people immediately were sent to the gas chambers and then the ovens. As the Allies approached, the Nazis tried to dismantle this elaborate factory of death in an effort to conceal their atrocities. But in roughly 3 years, well over 1 million people perished here, 90% of them Jewish. 3 kilometers away, the gate at the entrance to Auschwitz No. 1 reads, Arbeit macht frei. Work will set you free.
So it's part of a whole process of deception to make people feel at ease.
In reality, it was said of Auschwitz that the only way out was through the chimney. And here, the gas chamber where the Nazis first perfected their killing techniques remains intact. Disguised as a shower room, prisoners were ordered to disrobe and file into the building. Nothing could have prepared them for what they were about to encounter.
And then all of a sudden the doors were shut with a bang, and after a little while people noticed the shower didn't start, and suddenly pellets were thrown through the opening like this up here, and people noticed suddenly that they were breathing in some kind of a gas, and of course a panic started. People hollering, clawing at each other, clawing at the walls, banging against the doors. And that was probably the most indescribable scene that you can imagine. After a few minutes, everything was quiet. Gas had done its work, and after that, people were taken out, and they were taken right next door into the crematorium, and were put into the ovens and changed into ashes.
It was a system run with slaughterhouse-like efficiency. Ashes were converted into fertilizer. Bones and any remaining fat were made into soap. Before their bodies were placed in the ovens, hair was shorn from the dead to be woven into cloth.
The point of view of the Nazis was that they were not dealing with human beings. They were dealing with subhumans, as they call them, the Untermenschen.
Surrounded by the remnants of what was to be Hitler's final solution, his presence here is nothing short of a miracle, though in Henry's eyes, something short of divine intervention.
I don't dare to say that God saved me. Why didn't he save the others? I don't know. Frankly, I don't know what God was thinking at those days at all.
Darkness provided no relief from the horrors of the day. With hundreds of people sleeping in barracks elbow to elbow, death became their bedfellow.
Every night, literally dozens dead people that were pulled out of these shelves. If there was the dead body on the top bunk, we would climb up like this here until we reached the body and pull them over and then let them drop to the ground onto the cement floor because we were too weak ourselves to carry unnecessary weight. And then outside there was already a pile of bodies, and we just put them on top. And that was it. And later the trucks came, loaded them up out there, and took them to the crematorium.
Just a few hundred yards from where Henry slept, his mother was killed. The rubble that used to be the crematorium, her final resting place.
I might stand on parts of her ashes right now here because it was strewn all over the place. And
What is that like for you?
It does two things. That I am here gives me in that respect some satisfaction, but it also frightens me and it angers me. The anger is welling up in me. But there's nothing I can do at this point. Nothing. I can only hope that the world learns from this. That the world learns that hatred has to be eradicated.
Henry is among several Holocaust survivors living in the Twin Cities. They are the last living links to this chapter in history. We asked Henry to make this trip with us. His expenses were paid by the Jewish Community Relations Council. They know many others interested in telling their story. If you are interested in hearing any of their speakers, call the Jewish Community Relations Council. Their number is 338-7816. That number again, 338-7816.
People frown about all sorts of things. Sometimes it's about money. But one thing that won't cost you a lot is the Lumina from Chevrolet. For starters, Lumina is the most affordable six-passenger car in its class. It costs $2,000 less than a Taurus GL. And for a short time, Lumina also comes with 4.8% GMAC financing. For you, that's a lot less to worry about. So see your Chevy dealer for a Lumina and give your face a rest. The cars more Americans trust.
Go where you wanna go. Find the road you've never taken.
This is the tire that changed driving forever. The all-season Goodyear AquaTread with the advanced deep groove aqua channel that sweeps water away for serious traction in the wet, especially in braking. Goodyear AquaTread.
Serious freedom. Goodyear, Goodyear.
in towing, number 1 in payload, number 1 in resale versus Ford, Chevy, and GMC. And now Dodge Ram announces one more one, the Dodge number 1 lease sale. For just $219 a month, you can lease the hottest truck on the road today, Dodge Ram. The Dodge number 1 lease sale on number 1 Dodge cars and trucks. This sale ends February 28th.
With Joan Steffen, Rick Cupcella, Belinda Jensen, and Tim McNiff, you're watching KARE 11 News.
Well, look at little Joey tear into those packages, unwrapping the gifts like there was no Christmas. And the truth is, there wasn't until today. That's right, the jolly old elf made a belated trip to the Twin Cities.
You might say Santa Claus had a little unfinished business at the Zappa home. You see, when most little boys and girls were unwrapping gifts under the tree, little Joey Zappa couldn't. KARE 11's Boyd Hoopert explained why.
His cousins could barely contain their glee. On the 23rd of February, Joey Zappa was home for Christmas.
Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa.
Joey can't remember the regular Christmas, but his parents will never forget.
It's a bacterial infection.
In a day's time, Joey went from a seemingly healthy 5-year-old to this.
His heart stopped. His kidneys stopped. He was bleeding severely internally. It was coming out like his mouth and his ears.
Joey had contracted type A strep. Some have dubbed it the flesh-eating bacteria, and it was destroying his body from head to toe.
About 8 o'clock, the doctor called us into the counseling room and just told us that, he had minutes or seconds to live.
It was 2 weeks before Christmas.
You sit in those waiting rooms, you negotiate with God, and you make promises.
Hey, honey.
Joey's Aunt Betsy made one of those promises. When Joey was ready, Santa would come.
Hi, everybody! Oh, Merry Christmas!
Joey spent Christmas unconscious and came home from the hospital on Valentine's Day. But these days, the Zappa family needs no calendar to feel holiday spirit.
Oh, is there? Oh, he's about as tough as they come. In my opinion.
Joey's getting physical therapy as he learns to walk without the toes on his right foot. But otherwise, he's doing fine, waiting for Christmas dinner, looking for reindeer, giving his family their greatest gift ever.
He's a miracle.
Boyd Hoopert, KARE 11 News, Lionel Lakes.
And if you'd like to help Joey's family with his medical expenses, a fund has been set up. To send your donations to the Joseph Zappa Benefit Fund, Premier Bank, Metro South, 209 East Main Street, that's in Owatonna, Minnesota, 55080.
Tonight, police need your help to identify the frozen remains found in a South Minneapolis neighborhood. The body was found in a vacant lot this morning. A photograph was passed around in hopes of learning the woman's name, but police had no luck.
We have no idea who she is at this point.
Again, police need your help. The victim is a Native American female in her 20s or early 30s. She's 5 feet tall, about 180 pounds, and has long black hair. The cause of death is believed to be exposure. Tonight, if you have any information that could help authorities identify the woman, please call the Hennepin County Medical Examiner at 347-2125. The number again, 347-2125.
A 3-year-old boy is dead tonight after being hit by a tow truck. Police say the toddler was struck in the parking lot of a Brooklyn Park Cub food store. He died at the scene. Brooklyn Park police are looking into that accident. So far, no charges have been filed.
A Twin Cities contractor is alive after a very close call. His pickup truck broke through the ice on Lake Minnetonka. He was on his way to a job site on Enchanted Island when it happened. Authorities say road salt from the bridge and the water current thinned the ice to just 2 inches.
One of the youngest girls in Minnesota history to be convicted of murder faces sentencing tomorrow. Here's more on that and other stories making news on tomorrow's calendar. Last month, 16-year-old Joanna Rivera was found guilty of second-degree felony murder. At age 14, she took part in the 1995 killing of Luis Reyes. Rivera faces up to 12 years behind bars. And a measure that would allow more Minnesotans to carry a concealed weapon will be introduced at the state capitol tomorrow. 2 female lawmakers are sponsoring the bill. They say the change is needed to make women less vulnerable to crime. And starting tomorrow, St. Paul Police will take a more aggressive role to lower truancy. 3 officers will be assigned to look for students who cut school.
In national news tonight, a gunman opened fire at New York City's Empire State Building today, killing 1 person, injuring at least 7 others. Police say the suspect unloaded on the 86th floor observation deck about 4:15 p.m. The gunman then shot himself. Tonight he's in critical condition. His motive is not known. In Los Angeles today, police were chasing a clown through the streets, literally. A suspect dressed as a clown led officers on a wild, high-speed chase through the streets of downtown L.A. It lasted nearly 40 minutes at high speeds of 90 miles an hour, but police finally got their clown. And Uncle Sam wants sailors to choose their eyewear. The current style, termed unattractive by the Surgeon General, will soon be replaced by 6 new fashionable styles. It's all part of the Frame of Choice initiative. The initiative was originally put into act to address a quality of life issue in the U.S. military.
And now here's a look at tomorrow night's Extra on KARE 11 News at 10.
Could it be possible? Could it be true? Could a new drug be the answer to your lifelong battle with weight?
Totally, I think I lost like about 30 pounds.
Tomorrow, we'll weigh the pros and cons of a drug that's spreading like wildfire. Some even call it the miracle drug.
My suits were literally falling off me at work.
Can it cure your weight loss blues? Or can it make you sick? Roxanne Battle will give you the bottom line in a weighty issue. A KARE 11 Extra, tomorrow at 10 on KARE 11 News.
Scales just keep going up.
Where would it?
Scary thing. How you doing, Belle?
Good. You know, I have good news. We have some nice warm temperatures that are going to hit us by Tuesday. So we can deal with one more day with these kind of coolish temperatures. We're going to have plenty of sunshine for our Monday. But Tuesday, we should be right back up there. I don't think we're going to get 40 3 times this week like last week, but at least we'll hit maybe 36, 37 degrees by Tuesday. Here's your almanac for this 23rd of February. Didn't do too well today in the temperature department. Our normal high for the state, if you're wondering, is now up to 30 degrees. And so we were well shy of that today. We started out at 2 this morning with spectacular sunshine, and even with a higher sun angle and whatnot, we only got to 18. So we did have some cold air overhead and also north winds all day long. There's your sunrise tomorrow morning, 7:02, bright and early. As we head outside, it is already starting to dip down into the single digits. We're going to drop below 0 tonight here in the Twin Cities. The current temperature is 5 degrees right now, and we do have a full moon a couple of nights ago, so just a few clouds over that moon. Partly cloudy skies. The winds are west at 6. The wind chill is 3 below. Humidity is 79% right now. The dew point is 0, and the pressure is rising, and it's pretty high. It's at 30.54. High pressure will dominate our skies tonight, give us clear skies, and then also tomorrow. But during the day tomorrow, the winds are going to shift to the southwest, and that will be the beginning of our warm-up. But it will start off to the west. It'll take the entire day to get here. So these were some 9 o'clock temperatures. We've dropped 2 degrees since 9 o'clock, 7 degrees last hour, 8 degrees in Duluth, 4 below already in Feet River Falls, Bemidji, 1 degree, and Brainerd at 4. So all of us are going to be below 0, but our friends to the north are going to be anywhere between 10 to 20 below by tomorrow morning. Taking a look at what's going on around the area, we have 2 things going on. First of all, there's a low-pressure center down in the southwest. It's not going to move anywhere for 3 days. So the snow and this rain that you're seeing down in the Intermountain West is not going to be moving in our direction. It's going to be staying there. So if you're heading out west for maybe a ski trip, lots of fresh snow in Colorado and also in Utah. For us, we have high pressure overhead right now, and it looks as though it's going to stay there for at least one more day. Here it is right now. Earlier today, it was just off to our west. But then for tomorrow, it'll move overhead, and we'll have sunshine all day long. And the back side of the day, in the latter half of the day, we'll get those southwest winds, and that warmer air will allow to move in by the end of the day. And then by Tuesday, temperatures will warm up a little nicer, 10 degrees, and then 20, and then 30s and 40s off to our west and southwest. I'll be back right after the break with your forecast in detail. Here's the Lake Country forecast and also the forecast for Cass County, and I'll be right back.
If the snow didn't bring everything to a halt, if you could just keep right on going. Well, winter can be a lot nicer. nicer when you lease a new front-wheel drive Corolla CE, including the Classic Edition Value Package for only $189 a month. So, wouldn't it be nice to get into a new Corolla and get out to see some of your wild and way out friends?
Hello, Norwest. You want to hear about our new small business account, but you're very busy. Well, it's a checking, savings, and loan package all in one. Easy deposits at ATMs, account information anytime by phone, quicker, easier credit approvals, a banker who can get things done, no per-check charge, and no monthly fee at all. If you can meet the minimum balance, and you can even apply by phone. What do you think? Yeah, you had to put me on hold. No, not at all. It's a checking, savings, and loan package all in one.
When it comes